6 years of silent heartbreak, a love lost to sacrifice, and a son hidden in the shadows. Or will regret linger forever? Dive into echoes of what was lost and feel the rush.
6 years ago, Ashley stood at the edge of a decision that would haunt her. She was 24, poised and radiant, the daughter of a wealthy real estate tycoon. Living in a world of glittering parties and endless privilege, Marcus, her boyfriend of 3 years, was her opposite. A 26-year-old mechanic with grease-stained hands and dreams too big for his small apartment. He spoke endlessly of becoming a CEO, of building a tech company that would change lives, but his lack of resources and connections kept him tethered to a life of struggle. Ashley loved him fiercely, but she saw the weight of her wealth suffocating his ambition. Her father disapproved, sneering at Marcus's pipe dreams, and her social circle whispered about her slumming it. Worse, she'd just discovered she was pregnant, a secret she hadn't yet shared. Ashley made a choice: to set Marcus free, to let him chase his dreams without the shadow of her. One night, she wrote a letter, her hands trembling. "Marcus, I love you, but we're too different. I need to move on. Please don't follow me." She didn't mention the baby, didn't explain her reasoning, knowing he'd fight to stay if he knew. She left it on his workbench and walked away, her heart breaking. Marcus, devastated and confused, read the letter and saw only rejection. He believed she left because he wasn't rich, wasn't enough. The pain fueled him. He threw himself into his work, learning to code at night, pitching ideas to anyone who'd listen, determined to prove her wrong. 6 years later, Marcus was unrecognizable. At 32, he was the CEO of a thriving fintech startup, his face on the cover of tech magazines, his name synonymous with innovation. He'd built his empire from nothing, driven by the sting of Ashley's departure. He dated occasionally but never settled. Her betrayals still lingered, a wound he couldn't close. Meanwhile, Ashley's world had crumbled. Her father's gambling addiction drained their fortune, leaving her and her son, Liam, in a rundown apartment. Liam, now 5, was her light bright, curious, with Marcus's brown eyes. Ashley worked odd jobs, sometimes bartending at a local dive bar, scraping by to keep Liam fed and clothed. She never told Marcus about their son, believing he'd moved on to a better life. Their paths crossed unexpectedly at a tech conference in San Francisco. Marcus was the keynote speaker, commanding the stage with confidence. Ashley, there as a temp worker serving drinks, froze when she saw him. Her heart raced. She hadn't expected him to be so powerful. Marcus, scanning the room, caught her eye. For a moment, time stopped. She looked tired, thinner but still unmistakably Ashley. He approached her after his speech, his voice cold but curious. "Ashley, what are you doing here?" She stammered, "Just working." The weight of their history hung between them. Marcus, still bitter, assumed she was there to chase his success now that he'd made it. He said, "Guess you picked the wrong guy to leave back then." The words cut. But Ashley didn't flinch. She wanted to tell him about Liam, about why she left, but her courage faltered. She just nodded and walked away, her eyes stinging. That night, Ashley sat in her tiny apartment, Liam asleep beside her. She couldn't stop thinking about Marcus's sharp suit, his confident stride, the hurt in his voice. She'd never told him the truth, and now he thought she'd left him for money. She owed him an explanation, but how could she start? And Liam, how could she tell him about Liam? The next day, she found herself back at the bar, replaying the encounter. A regular, noticing her distraction, asked if she was okay. She shook her head, forcing a smile. Then her phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. "We need to talk. Coffee shop on 5th, 2 p.m. tomorrow? Marcus." Her stomach dropped. How had he found her number? Probably through the conference staff. She didn't sleep that night, torn between dread and hope. At the coffee shop, Marcus sat across from her, his gaze intense. "Why, Ashley?" he asked, his voice low. "Why did you really leave?" She took a deep breath, the truth spilling out. I didn't leave because you weren't rich. I left because I loved you. You were so driven, but my world, my family was holding you back. I thought. I thought you'd be better off without me." His jaw tightened, disbelief in his eyes. "You decided that for me? You didn't even ask?" Tears welled up. "I was scared and I was pregnant." Marcus froze. "Pregnant?" His voice cracked. She nodded, whispering, "His name is Liam. He's 5. He's yours." Marcus leaned back, his face pale. "You kept my son from me?" The betrayal in his eyes was worse than she'd feared. "I thought you'd hate me," she said. "I thought you'd moved on." He stood abruptly, pacing, then stopped. "I want to meet him." The next day, Ashley brought Liam to a park. Marcus knelt to meet his son, his hands shaking as Liam shyly showed him his toy car. They looked so alike it hurt. Marcus spent the afternoon with them, his CEO polish softening as he played with Liam. Ashley watched, her heart aching with regret and hope. Rebuilding trust took time. Marcus was angry, but Liam drew him in. They started with park visits, then dinners at Ashley's apartment. Marcus helped with groceries, then an apartment in a better neighborhood. Ashley insisted on working, but he supported her quietly. One night, as Liam slept, Marcus took her hand. "I'm still mad," he said, "but I get why you did it. I want us to try again for Liam and for us." Ashley nodded, tears falling. "I never stopped loving you." It wasn't easy. Marcus's trust was fragile, and Ashley's guilt lingered. But they rebuilt. Step by step, honest talks, shared meals, and moments of laughter with Liam. Marcus taught Liam to code. Ashley found a better job. 1 year later, at a quiet dinner, Marcus proposed. It wasn't a fairy tale ending, but it was theirs, stronger for the cracks, built on truth.